new here, we done built a table, we done built a chair, we done threw the leftovers away, right? The leftovers, you not eating that no more. If you is, you down bad. You go to the hospital. But welcome home. Welcome home, man. Hey, welcome home.
We in the trap.
Come on.
We in the trap.
What?
We in the trap.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna stop. Hey, don't give me. Hey, Jose gave me some new buttons, y'all. Jose gave me some new buttons, y'all. I got a little list right here. We're gonna do something a little different this week because I had some stuff I wanted to say. So they was like, Trap, like, this was last minute. And it was, I ain't had enough time. So I'm like, man, I ain't tripping. But check it, man. Again, I want to talk about something right quick before we get started, man. I want you to like and subscribe, right? We're going to get the likes up. Here's what I want to talk about this week, right? I want to ask you a question. What has been, watch this, y'all. Watch this. What have you put emphasis on that has taken you away from the journey? Okay, let me say it again. Let me say it this way. What detours have discouraged you from the destiny? Ooh, I like how I played on the words right there, right? What detours have discouraged you from the destiny? So what I've realized is that on the journey, we set our minds on we want to become wealthy. We set our minds on we want to become successful. And while that may seem realistic, it is. We oftentimes forget that the journey comes with adversity. We oftentimes forget that the journey comes with obstacles. But here's what I've realized. Watch this. This is good. Without Goliath, David had no purpose. Hey, without Goliath, David had no purpose. So check this out. The Philistines are sitting there looking at the king saying, I want to fight. I want to take care of your men. If none of y'all can't beat me, I'm coming to take control. The king sitting there like this.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
So the king sitting there, he's stuck. He don't want to get out there and do it. But watch this. David said, I got it. David said, I'm equipped. So they look at David, they laughing. Everybody laughing. David like, nah, chill. I got it. The Philistine, Goliath like, boy, get from around here. David goes, he equipped with 5 rocks. I want you to understand something. What may seem like you not being equipped to everyone else is more than enough for you. Don't let that go over your head. What may seem like you're ill-equipped for everyone else, they don't see it. They don't know the power. They don't know what you've been praying for. But you got to step up to it. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged by the detours. David needed Goliath. So what am I saying? On your journey to build wealth, you are so deeply rooted to so much financial trauma. You are so deeply rooted to this scarcity mindset to where even though you want to be wealthy, you don't truly believe you can be wealthy. I need everybody in the chat right now to say, I got my 5 rocks. And I ain't talking about Pimp C and Bun B. I ain't talking about a pocket full of stone. Shout out to Pimp. You hear me? I need everybody in the chat to say, I got my 5 rocks. I need you to say it. I got my 5 rocks. Trap, you are fit for the fight. And it's going to take everything in you, y'all, to accomplish what it is we set to accomplish. We're going to need that. You're going to have to use everything in the toolbox. Now I'm going to go a little further before we even get into the meat and potatoes, before we get into the abundance of knowledge that we about to hit with. I need you to know that sometimes you're going to not think you got everything you need on you. Sometimes you're going to second guess yourself. But I want you to know that you've been ready for this. I want you to know that you are equipped. I want you to know that you are destined. And I want you to understand that Wall Street looks like us. Now, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Y'all know we're going to print some money. So check this out. I really was feeling it today. Jose, hit me with this. Look. No, I'm going to save it for later. Ooh, when I pull this one out the bag, y'all going to be ready. All right, Tootie. Let's go, man. Let me get my mantra up there, man, for everybody that's been in here, man. Welcome to the Trap, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. This is going to be a fire episode, man. Y'all know, like, every Tuesday I come here, and my goal is just to influence your belief system. My goal is to influence your belief system. Here's why. Because when you see how confident, you ever been around somebody that's, like, real confident? To some people, it may feel like arrogance, but for some people, it actually helps you believe more, right? Like, some people might be like, man, why I try so arrogant? It's because I believe in what I'm doing. Not because I'm good at teaching it, but because I know how it set me free. I always tell y'all that freedom is a what? It's an acquired taste. It's acquired. Like, it's acquired. It's like you drink freedom with your pinky finger out. Right? Like, it's so good, you gotta like, right? You gotta like, oh, that was good. Like, that's how freedom is. It's acquired. It's
Tell me that wasn't no bar, bro. That wasn't no bar. Nigga, listen.
Jose, I was waiting for that. Freedom is an acquired taste, man. And what happens is when you get freedom, people start to think you bougie. When you get freedom, people start to think you acting different. When you get freedom, your old friends start getting mad at your new friends. They start feeling like, oh, you don't rock with us no more. You rock with them new people. No, I'm trying to teach you about freedom, but you ain't feeling me. So I got to talk to some people that's already free. Because my talking to them about freedom is not boasting or bragging. It's a mutual understanding. See, you gotta get out of the relationships where your conversation is looked at as encouragement instead of boasting and bragging. I know. You think I'm tripping. But if you borrow my belief, if you walk into my influence, I need you to take my wins as yours. I'm that person. We're going to get on the ride. I'm going to be so psyched up about the ride. You're going to get on the ride with me, but the whole while you asking yourself, why am I doing this? That's me. I took my friend skydiving with me. The whole while, she was like, I'm like, yo, this it. She like, I'm like, I'm telling you, this it. She like, I'm like, this it. She jump out the plane. She like, oh, this is lit. I'm that friend. I want to push your limits. I want to push your boundaries. Because here's what I've realized on my life journey. On the other side of fear, on the other side of doubt, is something so amazing that once you taste it, you can't turn back from it. Freedom is an acquired taste. It's that pinky finger shit that we talking about. All right, man, so listen, man. Each and every week, man, y'all know we like to start with this mantra, right? Let's like and let's subscribe to the channel this week. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the subscribers up. Let's get into this week. It's going to be phenomenal. But before we get into the week, we got to start off with this mantra. This is to help you take on the certified trapper philosophies. Let's go, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. Hand over your heart. Hand over your heart. Hand over your heart so you believe it. Right? Hand over your heart so you believe it. I want to pump it in. All right? I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investment decisions. The stock market is a machine that prints money. And I'm more than capable of operating that machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today I break all chains that have anchored me to the poverty mindset. God, that's good. My ancestors will smile because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I'm a first-generation millionaire. I'm the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, y'all. Round of applause for that. Round of applause for that. Let's give it up for that. Let's give it up for that. Let's give it up for that. That's, to me, that's the equivalent to lift every voice and sing. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven. Hey, y'all. Me. I'm on it tonight, y'all. I'm just trying to get y'all. I'm just setting you up for like I'm on it. Right? Right? This was my favorite part of that song right here. This is my favorite part right here. Look, check it out. So I'm going to use a Joe Biden word, if you black. Right? If you black. Right? I don't know how we let him get away with saying that crap on national TV, right? But if you black, this is your favorite part of that song. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has brought us. Sing. If you don't know that part, you can't eat red beans on Monday if you're from New Orleans. Real talk. If you don't like that, you cannot eat gumbo for Christmas. You feel me? Like, if that ain't your part, I don't know, like, you at least gotta, you gotta do that. You gotta at least have a, you know, when black people don't know they hum. You do, Let's go, man. This is the type of night we on, bro. Let's go, man. Welcome to Trappin' Tootie, man. I just like to have fun. Y'all know that, man. Let's go, man. Tootie, let's get it together, man. It's my brother in the back, man. Y'all already know we got George on a power camera. Listen, we so dope up here. We done gave everybody, like, segments, like George on a power camera. We got my young gunner up in here, Sean. That's my guy. We got Jose in the building, you already know, right? We got Connie on the building. What's up, Connie? You dig? Systems, babe. We got Tootie in the track on the back, man. You already know I'm going to call Tootie name all night. So let's go. I'm calling Tootie all night. You feel me? All right, man, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So, word on the street, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. So, first of all, man, all three indices was down today. All three of them. That's major. So, here's what I want to talk about with that, right? So, as we get into this next slide, I want to show you something. Not only was the Dow down, but watch this. The Dow in 2 days has shedded 900 points. Right? So when we think about the Dow Jones, we're thinking about the value that's tied into America. The value. We talking about the things that make America whole. Think about infrastructure of America when you think about the Dow. You're talking John Deere, you're talking Boeing, you're talking Apple, you're talking Caterpillar, right? You're talking about heavyweights, right? And then as we move forward, we get into it a little deeper, right? As we get into the next slide, now we talking about like your S&P 500 and your Nasdaq, right? So the Nasdaq, now we talking about tech, right? We talking about more tech stocks, a little heavy. Now the tech, I think right now, tech in 2 days is down 4%. So we seeing the market way down. Now, remember I talked to y'all about this a while back. Remember I said maybe episode 16, we talked about the market having that bear market run, right? So we still in that bear market and the market running 16, 17%, but then setting lower lows. Meaning as it goes up, whatever the previous low was, it now hits a new low. My young boy, he appreciate that. That's that talk he like. He be charting over there, you heard me? He got his little, yeah, he be charting over there, you dig? So now the market, what the market is going to do for us now is going to set lower lows. Remember we talked about it, we said, yo, 41, I think it was 41.25, I think it was 41.25 was the high, right? Boom, we found the roof. But then we said the low, I forgot what the low was for the S&P. I won't lie, we got to go back to it. But we find that low. Remember, I took y'all through the whole chart. I said, listen, this is the previous low. We will find highs, but the all-time high was, I think, 4,200. I think it was 4,200. 44. It was at 4,400. And remember, we came all the way down. I said, once we touch 3,200, I think that's our bottom. That's my prediction. Remember, I gave a bear market prediction, bull market prediction, base case scenario. Why? Because we need to know. We need to know what we doing. We need to know what we moving around. Right? We not freestyling this. We having price points and we having narratives, so we not confused. So I want everybody tonight, I want you to go to CNBC. And I want you to look at what the market closed at today. Go to their little app or something, and it'll show you Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P 500. I want you to write down what the market closed at today. And then once you write down what the market closed at, now you can start asking yourself, okay, if the market closed right here, let me see how far it go and how far it goes up. So now when you hear them say the market dropped 1%, you know where that 1% came from. Or when you hear the market has risen up 400, 500 points, you know now whether we're in a bull run or, watch this, ooh, that's good, that's good, that's good. You know if we're discovering new territory, not Christopher Columbus, that probably would know what somebody's heads is now. That probably would know what somebody's heads is now. You know if we discovering new territory, not Christopher Columbus, or we're just retracing somewhere we've already been. So this beginner level, like this me making the game easy for you to play. This making the game easy for you to play. Somebody somewhere is trying to charge you $9.97 for this. Somebody somewhere trying to charge you $9.97 for this. Right? So let's dig in it. right? I see you, right? So we want to see if we discover new territory or if we're retracing territory where we've already been. If we're tracing territory we've already been, we don't get excited about that. We've already been there. Been there, done that. If it's new territory, now we paying attention. Ooh, woo.
Yeah, that tell me that wasn't no board, girl. That wasn't no board. Nigga, listen.
That's the type of time we on today. I told y'all, you ever see, Jose, I need that button. The little boosie with his daughter. I told y'all he would come back home. I told y'all he would come. It's on. I need that. Put that in. Yo, my button's getting up there, y'all. My buttons? Hey, my button's going crazy, man. All right, man, let's go. Tootie, let's go. We having a good time today. All right, so then we talked about the S&P being down. So when we look at the S&P, I want us to understand this represents the whole entire market. This represents the 500 best companies, public companies on the game, right? And we already know that companies like Apple, Microsoft, we know that they are weighted heavy in the S&P. So if Apple is down and Microsoft down, we know that's a good chance that the entire S&P going to be down because they anchor to that. Right, so if we look at the S&P 500 index, or if we look at, I think I'm gonna break it down for us. I think I got a chart, I'm gonna show that to us, where we can see how the S&P is weighed. So it's weighted based on market cap, right? And so because we know Apple, because we know Microsoft, because we have no Amazon, when we see these things, we can now understand what's pulling the market down. If we trapping, man, say we trapping in the chat, man. Let's go, man. Make sure we like. Why do I only see 321 likes and we got almost 1,000 people in the chat already? We on some good time. Y'all got time today. We need to get that up, man. Stop playing. Let's go, 2 days. Turn it up, man. Let's go. Let's turn it up. All right, so again, I talked about it, man. See, I be so on point, man. Look, so the Dow falls 400 points a day. Selling intensifies. So I want y'all to understand this. So I know I got people in the Tootie, do me a favor right quick, Tootie. Give me 10 seconds of the beat. It's just in my spirit like a Negro spiritual right now, Tootie. Can I get 10 seconds of it, Tootie? It's like in my spirit. It's in my spirit. Tootie, can you give? Come on, don't you do that. Don't you do that. It's in my spirit. I just need it right quick, Tootie. Everybody, hey, it's in my spirit. Let's go. Ooh, that thing in my spirit. I'm telling y'all, all week I was just in my car like. After the breakdown. I cut it. Woo! That was just in my spirit, man. Like all week, I told Tootie, I said, bro, like every week now you are dedicated to just creating a new beat every week. But that beat just been in my spirit. Like it was something about that, girl, I want. It got that. I felt like I don't know, I can't dance, but I felt like I could like vibe like, You know, like in the 90s, you ain't had to dance. In the 70s, you had to dance. In the 80s, like you was chilling, break dance. Late 90s, gangsters just, Okay, you did shit like this. You point at the DJ. Yeah. Ooh, that boy. I remember I was a youngin'. If you ever say I was a youngin', like I paid to get in the club. If you're from New Orleans, you know about Club Whispers. Ooh, I'm from New Orleans. Like it was one of the most dangerous clubs in the world. But you knew every day they were gonna have a shootout in there. But guess what? You went to the $1 million spot. Okay. Right? I went to the duck off. Okay. I remember one time, okay, can I tell a story right quick? Tootie gonna tell me hurry up, but I need to tell this story right quick. So I remember I was in New Orleans, and I had just bought the Cadillac Escalade, right? And so the female I was actually in a relationship at one point in my life, y'all. Right? I was still learning. I was still learning, you know, how to do that, right? But I wasn't cheating. Let me say that. I wasn't cheating. I've never been a cheater. So she was a bartender. I had a thing for bartenders when I first came home from prison. Bartenders just used to know how to turn. Am I lying, G? Like, bartenders used to know how to turn up, yo. Like, they know how to, like, come to my spot. So you go to the spot, you feed them, like, you know, you tip her good because that's what you rocking with. You pop off, you pay $20 for a $5 drink. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you showing this all love. Yo, so I was messing with a female, a queen, her name was CeCe. I had to say it, cuz. I had to say it. CeCe turned me on. She turned me up. Nah, it's cool. She good people. Nah, she good people. It's love. Nobody I ever dealt with I got bad vibes with. Like, it was, I like, look, I got to mature. I just come off from job because I was 16. I got to mature a little bit. Like, I'm not going to do you that. Don't even be mad at me, yeah? But let's do it. You feel me? Don't even trip. All right, so look, I go to her spot. This is a story with Trap. I go to her spot, bro, and at the time I used to drink, so I don't drink no more. She used to get me lit in this spot. But you know what they say, like, drunk sex is amazing. Bleep that off my thing. Jose, you responsible for this, right? Bleep that, right? We don't need Apple tripping. They've been tripping all week about what we got going on. So listen, so she was working at, so New Orleans, a hole-in-the-wall bar is it. Like, you don't got to go to a big club. You can go to a hole-in-the-wall or a barroom and be lit. So I'm in the barroom with her. She upstairs. I'm getting lit. It's an older vibe, but it's popping, right? So, and New Orleans is the only place you don't never have to stop drinking. Never. You can drink while the people in church on a Sunday. You can leave church and go get alcohol. Like, New Orleans is bad. They bad. So I leave the spot, bro. And then I go to the young people spot. That was the worst thing I could have did. So I get to the spot in the Cadillac Escalade, a spot called a duck off. Somebody gets shot here literally 3 times a week. But it's a death trap. It's one way in, one way out. It is a death trap. Real talk. I pull up to the spot, bro. I open the car door and go to sleep. I go to sleep, son. Real talk. I go to sleep in front of people's spot with a whole lot of marijuana in my lap. Swear. My goal was to smoke and go in a club. It didn't happen. Anyway, back to what I was talking about, man. So, I just be having these old school F's, dog. I don't even know, bro. Like, I just be vibing. Like, the beat, it's the beat. It was the beat. The beat brung me because I'm talking about being in a club. And when I was coming up in the club, you didn't have to do much. You just had to, like, You point at the DJ when he play your song. Ooh, that's it, my guy. That's it. That's it. 1, 2. That's it. All right, bet. I'm gone. All right, so check it. All right, so... All right, so the Dow Jones wipes away 400 points as selling intensifies. I need everybody to understand this if you don't know. The market consists of buyers and sellers. In case you didn't know, right? Some people be asking themselves, like, why the stock going down? Because somebody over there selling. They like, yo, they cutting their losses. They not tripping. They just cutting losses. They just selling. They cutting losses. They cutting losses. As they cut losses or as they go short. I got you. As they cut losses, as people put in puts, and as people short the market, it causes the market to go down. I need you to understand that. For some of my people, you're like, Trap, I know this already, but here's what we understand. This is a show for everybody on every level. We ain't missing nobody. All right, so boom, the S&P takes away 1.7%, making it 4 straight days of decline. Down 3.5% in the week. This is why I tell everybody right now is truly not the time to buy unless you have did the research and you can stomach the pain. Because here's what I do know and here's what I do understand. I can teach you everything in the world, but what I cannot teach you is how your body, how your mind, and how your pocket is going to react when you see your account go red. I don't know how you're going to react. I don't know how you're going to react, right? So I need you to know that. Next, the Nasdaq sinks 2.2% today. Today alone. Now, I'm not going to lie. To fall 2% of the day is a lot. I'm not going to lie. Like to fall 2% in a day, but watch this. Watch what I'm about to tell you. This is going to be game right here. If the Nasdaq fell 2% today, we can almost bet our bottom dollar. That's what the old heads used to tell me. You can bet your bottom dollar. So old heads used to tell me this all the time. You can bet your bottom dollar. Listen, Apple took a hit. Anytime the Nasdaq falls this hard, that tells you that Apple actually took a decline. Why? Because it makes up majority of the Nasdaq. Anytime the S&P falls this hard, I can promise you Apple, Microsoft took a hit. Why? Because they make up most of the majority of the market cap and the price in those two indices. Everybody understand that? I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that. All right, let's go a little further, man. I just need y'all to understand that. And the Nasdaq is down 4% this week, and we just getting started. I need us to understand. We just on Tuesday. Trappin Tuesday at that. You did? Wait up, Jose. Let's count up, man. We got 1,000 people in the chat, man.
Dope.
Everybody stay in.
Let me out.
Nobody get out the car. Nobody get out the car. Nobody get out the car. Nobody get out the car, man. All right, so here's the thing that's pushing the market, y'all. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. Inflation. Inflation is it's ugly. So let's just look at some of the countries that's truly in that bind, right? So we're looking at Canada, down 6% inflation. The US, we at 7.7. Now, that's not bad because we was at 8.3, right? We was at 8.3, so we slowly but surely getting in that grind. But listen, the only way we think about this, inflation I want you to think about how far we are, though. Watch this. The normal inflation rate is 2% to 2.5%. We at 7.7. We got at least 5.2% to go. The only way we get back to a sense of normalcy is if we can get to 2.5. So this is me helping you understand. If you just check the inflation rate, you can tell how far we got to go. All right, so let's go. The UK, 11%. We're going to talk about the UK a little bit later because they're in the oil crisis. We're talking about Poland. We're talking about China. But watch this. Venezuela, 156%. Argentina, 88%. We're talking about people being in hyperinflation. This is when their money is literally worth nothing. Like if you had a barrel of like Venezuelan money, you dump the money out and sell the barrel. Because the barrel is worth more than the money that's in the barrel. Argentina, the same way, right? So Saudi Arabia, India, they not so bad. But America, UK, Poland, they gotta get it down, especially in the UK. We're gonna talk about that a little more. Let's roll, man. Ooh, we doing good, man. I like it. All right, so check this out. Today, the banks was talking. So all the banks had a meeting today. All the banks had a meeting today. And the day they talked about this, rates higher for longer will pressure the economy. will rates continuously to put pressure on the economy. So here's what I want us to understand. Banks are increasing their bad loan awareness. So what did that mean? Man, I always talk about, I want y'all to pay attention to the stories that we tell, right? Trappin' Tuesday is a story. Me and the team, we make sure that we tell a story. And what you have to do as someone who taps in is be able to connect the dots, right? And I help you connect the dots. But check this out. Remember we talked about 2 weeks ago, we said credit card debt was up 75%, right? 78%. Credit card debt was up 78%. And then we talked about this. Consumer and American household wealth was at negative at 6 trillion. Household wealth was at negative 6 trillion of America, and household debt was at 5 trillion. So watch this. Remember, we also said that the average person in America was at least 30 days delinquent on car note, credit card, a house, or rent. The average American. This how we telling the story, y'all. This how we understand what's going on, right? Remember we said this. This was 3 weeks ago. We said, listen, y'all. That's why I like to show y'all the graphic so you can see it. So the average American was at least 30 days late on credit card, rent, or car note. Boom. The next week we went to Black Friday. Credit card debt was up 78%. Boom. Big banks talk today. They say, hey, check this out. People spending money. Unemployment is up. We have to increase our bad loans cash. Why? Because people will not be able to pay this. People will not be able to pay this. What's happening now? We're in the holiday season. What happens? Financial trauma. You don't got the money to buy some of the stuff you got to buy, but guess what you're going to do anyway? Buy it. You know damn well you don't need to go buy them toys, but guess what you're going to do? Buy it. You're going to swipe your card. This financial trauma. This is the financial trauma we talk about. This is the thing that anchors us in the black community, in the brown community, in the poor white community. This is the thing that anchors us to poverty. Uh-oh, Traps, the tone picking up now. We ain't laughing no more. This is the thing that anchors us. Why? Because we have got so addicted to spending money on these holidays, we don't have a respect or a value for the money we make. And it makes it easy for us to spend money with these credit cards. Why? Because you don't see it. But here's the even worse part. Your credit card, most people, okay, let's dig deeper. The average person in America is paying somewhere between 18 and 27% on a credit card. The average person in America is paying somewhere between 18 and 27% on a credit card. So here's what happens. That $100 you spent now costs you got to add 18% to it, 27% to it. And here's what you're going to do now. Most people going to do what? Minimum payments. This is what we're going to do. Why?
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
I really need this money, Nate.
I'm just saying. It's the vibe. I like to laugh, I like to have fun, but this real talk right here. We cannot truly say that we want to build wealth if we can't sacrifice the holidays. We can't truly say we committed to the journey I'm keeping it real. We got, one thing we're going to do here is keep it 100. We're going to laugh, we're going to joke, we're going to keep it 100 though. The stats is statting, yo. The data is dataing, yo. Everybody credit limit through the roof. You don't even want to look at the credit report. The people telling you your credit report has a new inquiry. You're not looking at it because you already know what it is. I'm going to look at it after the holidays. Right? We got people right now, the bank already saying insufficient funds. You exhausted yourself for Black Friday. You about to turn right around and do it again for Christmas. I'm telling you this from experience. I watched my grandmother do it. I watched everybody around me do it. Poverty has more to do with lack of information, lack of awareness, lack of experience than it has to do with lack of money. I promise you. I promise you. I'm not saying that the money isn't an issue, but what I'm saying is we get trapped in certain things. All right, I ain't gonna beat it too long. All right, so the banks talked today. They talked about increasing the money so they can protect themselves from people who can't cover loans. Next, loan growth is not it. So let's talk about the banks that talked today. Bank of America, American Express, JP Morgan, PNC, and Key Bank. They talked today. Big dogs. They talked today. Why are they talking? Because they understand this. We talked about this. Banks had $7 trillion in cash sitting on the side. If the banks in America, we're talking about this, America is a what economy? Consumer-based economy. We always talk about this. In order to make an investment, you must understand what is your economy based on. So China is a what? Manufacturing, agricultural-based economy. So why is a lot of supply chains having problems? Because China shut down. Why is Apple falling down? Because Foxconn, the company who produced the Apple iPhone, they're having issues over there with people not working. Boom, if they can't get production, then what's going to happen? Ain't no iPhone 14s coming out. Why is that a problem for Apple? Because iPhone makes up what? 37 cents of proceeds.
Tell me that wasn't no bar, bro. That wasn't no bar. Nigga, listen.
Hey, I need to level up here, Jose. That boy bad. That's the one I need coming to America. The boy named Clay called the click. The boy named Clay called the click. It's just Muhammad. Muhammad. I don't care. We gotta figure it out. The boy named Clay, I'm called the click. It's Muhammad. All right, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. 2 days. Let's go. All right, so check this out, bro. I got a little note to read right here, man. Old orange face, man. God damn it, orange face. I'm going to tell you something, and I hope nobody don't take this wrong. Orange face put white people in a bad predicament, y'all. I'm going to tell you why. Jose, you going to edit that too? God damn it, man. Orange face put white people in a bad predicament. I'm going to tell you why. Because orange face Orange face put white people in a bad predicament, man. And I'm going to tell you why, man. It's my show. We own this shit. I say what I want to say. You feel me? So orange face, he put white people in a bad predicament. I'm going to tell you why. Because the one thing you're not supposed to go do is get on them people TV and tell white folks business. That's what they have. They have thrived in America of not being able to, even though we know certain stuff, they have not been willing to say, you right. They've been not been, like, they like, nah, they'll sweep around. Here's what Orange Face did. And I like Dave Chappelle because I remember exactly that moment. Orange face, here's what happened. So he is the prototypical white man in America, man. He was born, there's no offense to nobody. We just keep it a G right here. He was born, anytime your daddy can give you $1 million loan, you got a different type of leverage in the world, right? Because you know your daddy don't want that money back. It is what it is. He ain't really tripping, right? So I remember in 1992, this was around Central Park 5 when the guys in New York went to jail for the rape, and they found out guilty. And Trump said, we need to do whatever with those guys. That's the time Hillary was calling us super predators and all that, right? But Trump said something gangster. Right after that, he said, listen, one day I'm going to run for president. And if I run for president, I'm going to run for president as a Republican because their party is stupid enough to let me win. This is what he said. If you think I'm lying, go look it up. I'm going to only state facts. So here's what Orange Face did when he was debating with Joe Biden. That was Hillary Clinton. Orange Face said the tax code is messed up. And then Orange Face said, I know it's messed up because I use it. You know it's messed up because your friends use it. That was the only time I ever seen white people quiet. They were like, did you just say that shit? Like, they ain't had no rebuttal for that. And then he said, you not going to do nothing about it because too many people you know benefit from it. Orange Face, you cannot do that. Orange Face, you cannot put them white folk business on Front Street and then the people put you in office and you go back to doing what them white folks business is. You can't do that. But Orange Face just got like, in Connie, I hope she covered her ears, he let his nuts hang. He let his nuts hang. And so, Orange Face has now been, his companies have been found guilty on all charges of tax fraud. Not only of tax fraud, in a scheme to defund, conspiracy. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you. Once they throw the conspiracy charge on you, ain't no getting away from that. Like, even in the hood, you know one thing. I'd rather give me the dope charge. I can stand on that. If you hit me with a conspiracy charge, I'm pissed off because I know I can't get around that. All you can say is, you know him, you knew it, and I didn't even know that. But you said K in the text, K, and that means you knew. The conspiracy charge is just criminal tax fraud and falsifying business records. Accused of paying Trump's personal expenses and employees exceeding $1.7 million. And without reporting it. Goddamn, Orange Face. You can't run for president with that type of stuff on you, dog. You can cancel that bid, dog. Somebody else got to get in that office, dog. This is what happens when you get too arrogant. This is what happens when you don't grow up in politics, you grow up as a businessman, and you just feel like you want to do what you want to do in the world. And I can promise you this, bro. I'm about to say this, y'all. Jose gonna be mad when I say this. This is the one that make Jose get tight. Like when I'm about to say this, Jose gonna say, damn it, Trap. He always tell me when I'm on the borderline, he be like, you was close. I'm gonna say this, bro. When white people send white people to jail, it is a problem. You done messed up. You done messed up. Like Bernie Madoff, like you went too far. Right? Because everybody knew what Bernie Madoff was doing. You feel? They knew what he was doing. A lot of them ate off it. But when they got to send you, that means you done went too far. Lehman Brothers. Everybody knew what they was doing in Lehman Brothers, right? But when they got to send you to jail, you done went too far. Trump, bro, you done went too far. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say is,
Dumb.
Let me out. Jose, I went too far, I was good. You think I went too far? You think I went too far? Jose ain't mad at that, y'all. We good. Give a round of applause for Jose, y'all. Give a round of applause for Jose, y'all. Jose trying to be like, edit. Jose be fighting Apple, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Jose be fighting Apple. He be fighting Apple. He be like, bro, we gotta get this on Apple every week, bro. Jose be fighting with Apple, y'all. All right, Tootie, let's go, man. How y'all feeling in the chat? How we feeling in the chat? All right, so we saw the big banks was talking. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I'm gonna say this, y'all, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I personally think this is the second most powerful man in America. Jamie Dimon. He's the CEO of JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan Chase. It's the biggest bank in America. I think he's the second most powerful man in America because it's one of them people where his word is law. Like once he says something, you kind of like, all right, that's what it is. Because he's been around for a long time. He's seen recessions. He's seen bear markets. He's really he's came in and anchored JP Morgan Chase to the American economy. He said something that was dope that it don't matter whether I agree with it or not, but he said that crypto is a circus. He said crypto is a circus, man. Like, and I keep telling y'all this, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm invested in Bitcoin, I'm invested in Ethereum. You know, I saw my account go from 250 to 47,000, right? And I'm just not tripping because I didn't put all my money in it. And even though JP Morgan isn't invested in crypto, but I remember, you know, I've always said this, man, that while a lot of people did win in the crypto market, more people lose than people win. And this is the thing I'm going to double down on, y'all, and I'm going to keep it real. Too many people have their money tied to that greenback for them to let another asset class take over. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that crypto and, you know, that stuff, but them people done murdered, killed, enslaved, ran dope through the hood, ran guns, did too many experiments for their money to be attached to that dollar bill, for them to let somebody say decentralization is what they want and they're going to let another asset class take over. That's all I'm saying. And that's always been my thing. Like, they not about to let that happen, right? So before we go any further, man, do me a favor, man. Send this out, man, because I just think we spend a lot of game tonight. Send this out. Let's get the likes up right quick, y'all. We got 1,200 people in the chat. Salute. Right? We building each and every week, man. Send this out. Let everybody know, man, trap kicking game. Tonight, y'all know how we get down, man. Let's get it. I thank everybody for just coming in each and every week. I want to take a minute to let everybody know that, man, the show is growing. The audience is growing. You know, we 19 episodes in live. Salute to the team, you know, just for believing in the vision. And each and every week, y'all make us get better. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell y'all that, man, like each and every week, we get better and better. I know at some point we're going to have 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 people in here. You know what I'm saying? So we just going to keep chopping away at the tree. But definitely do me a favor, man, share this. There's no other show on a Tuesday that would truly give you this much game in the manner in which we do. Our goal is to become the #1 show, Trappin' Tuesdays. Our goal is to become the #1 network. The Wall Street looks like us now network in the game. And so we definitely want to tell y'all each and every week, man, salute to that. So we ain't nothing without y'all, man. We 19 episodes in, man. Let's go, man. We starting to break that 1,000 mark real easy. You know what I'm saying? We starting to break it real easy. So, all right, so let's think about it, man. So Jamie Dimon says during the interview that inflation will push us into a recession. That's why we talked about what inflation was, right? And then he says the impact of inflation will derail the economy. So when he says the word derail the economy, he said we going off track. More jobs going to get lost. And listen, the only way is about more jobs have to get lost. Service-based jobs. Some jobs won't come back. We see the tech industry is laying off people like crazy. Apple, Microsoft, Google, they laying them off in bunches. I'm talking about the hundreds. They laying them off 13, 14% of the workforce at a time. Amazon. And so that's a trickle-down effect. And here's the thing, some of those jobs won't come back. And so here's why it's important for us to truly learn how to invest. Here's why it's truly for us to learn how to build and how to get better. If we don't learn how to make our money work for us more than we work for the money, we will truly always be in a deficit. And y'all know my saying, if you allow them to feed you, you give them permission to starve you. And if we don't take advantage of these times right now, like these times come around every 10, 12 years, And if we don't take advantage of these times right now, salute, Queen, thank you for that super chat. And if we don't take advantage of these times right now, we got to wait another 10 to 12 years for another one to come around. All right, so the overall market, the S&P is down, and we talking year to date, the S&P is down 16%. The Dow Jones is down 6.58%, and the Nasdaq, which represents more technology stocks, is down 27%. Now, here's the dope part about that. While most people are running from the market, as a trapper, as a certified trapper, your goal is to gravitate to it. So instead of spending money on Black Friday on liabilities, we're finding assets that we may be able to walk into slowly but surely and then average down into. Let's go, Tootie. Man, how y'all feeling tonight? Let's go. Let's get the likes up. All right, so also today, man, media and bank stocks lead the losses, which they usually do hardest to fall during a recession, right? And we talking about the industry, right, during that. So, of course, tech is down heavy. But media stocks and bank stocks are really taking a beating too. During a recession, because banks not performing during a recession. Why? Because people not loaning money. And when people not loaning out money, when people not borrowing money, that's what the bank get paid for. Banks get their money by lending you money. So if they not lending money because they got to put $40 billion on the side for people not paying loans, and people not borrowing money for houses, people not borrowing money for cars, people not borrowing money for businesses, people not borrowing money for inventory, bank just sitting on money. Does that make sense to everybody? So now we understanding is during recessions, banking and media stocks fall. Why does media stocks fall? Because people not paying for advertising like they used to. Companies not paying for advertising like they used to. Why? Because they got to cut losses on the workforce. When you got to cut the workforce, why? Because you got to increase the balance sheet the best way you can. What's the best way to increase the balance sheet? Chop heads. When you chop heads, now people not paying for what? Ads like they used to. They still paying for ads, but they're not paying for ads like they used to. And because they're not paying for ads like they used to, ad spending is down. Remember, they just got that fight with Twitter. 37% of companies on Twitter cut ad spend. 37% of people in digital marketing cut ad spend. People are cutting ad spend on digital platforms. All right? So let's just make it all make sense. It ain't for us to run. It's not for us to run away from it, but it's for us to understand it. Right? We don't got to run away from it. We just got to understand it. And that's what we to help y'all do, man. Let's get them likes up. Make sure you like this, man. Make sure you send this out. And make sure each and every Thursday you tap into the audio. I want to say something right quick, Jose. Myself, David Shands, and Nehemiah Davis, man, my brother Neo, if you're an entrepreneur and you are looking to build your business, we are doing a free. That is right. It is free. There is no secret upsell nowhere. It's free. Why? Because we see this happening in the market. So we're doing a free 3-day buildyourbusinesssummit.com. We put the link in the chat. Jose put it in there. Again, there is no $5,000, $10,000, $13,000, $50,000 upsell at the end. We're not doing that either. The goal behind this was simple. David Shands is good at building the audience. Neil is good at helping people sell their digital product. And my goal is to help you unanchor and unslave yourself from your job or your business by learning how to invest your money. And so what we did, we came together and was like, bro, let's just do it for free. And I'm not going to lie, we had a little argument because, you know, somebody in the group was like, bro, like people don't respect free. We got to at least charge them something. I'm like, nah, bro, like this how you pour into people around this time, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was like, nah, bro, like people don't respect free. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro, people don't respect free. But I truly believe that it's not about what people not respecting. It's about there will be some people that will really just take advantage of it. And I will say this, there is I think it's a $47 if you want to get VIP for people that want to ask questions. But I think $47 or $97, I think that's enough if you want to get actual questions, you know, 3 days. For 3 days, you want to get in and ask questions. I think that's cool, $100 to get somebody to ask me a question. I ain't lying, I'll buy it. But you don't have to get that. Again, it's free. It's free. There is no strings attached to it. I promise you. Y'all know my word law. There is no $5,000 upsell at the end. There is no $20,000, $40,000, sell your investments, sell your house, loan a mortgage on your house, max your credit card out, go borrow from your 401k to do this and get a loan from the bank to do this. Ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe that you, in the times like this, you see who love the people. You know, you can say you for the people. You can say you the people's champion. You can say all this crap you want to say, but in times when people need you, you show up. And so we came together and we said, all right, bro, let's do the Build Your Business Summit. If you're an entrepreneur, rock with us. If you someone looking to get an entrepreneurship, rock with us. Jose, let's drop that link a couple times in the chat. Let's go, man. I'm not going to lie. I told him, I said, man, we can get 15,000 people in here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the time. So definitely tap in, man. So I ain't going to stay on that too long. Let's go, man. Tootie, one more time. Let me get the beat one more time, Tootie. Let me just get the beat one more time, Tootie. Let me get 10 seconds of it. It's like a Negro spiritual. It's like a Negro spiritual. It's kind of like, you know, come with me, Lord. It's kind of one of them. Give it to me, Tootie. Give me 10 seconds of it. Hey, that beanie weenie. Hey! Hey! That beanie. Hey. Ah-ha! Tootie be on this. All right, man. So Jamie Dimon talked about just a soft landing and the probabilities of a recession. We are 57% likely to have a recession going into 2023. And the reason behind that is simple, right? So everything that the market has done, everything that the Fed has done leading up to this, that's called, watch this, y'all, that's called an lagging indicator. A lagging indicator means if I do it now, it may take some time to catch up with me. Right? And so as those rate hikes increase, as people get unemployed, as credit goes up, companies and the economy slow down. As the economy slows down, we fall deeper into a recession. Now, I'm a person to say we already in a recession. They be denying it and all that. I'm not in denial. You are the baby's father, bro. That's what we in. Murray would even, this is the one. All right? So we're going to talk about this, a soft landing at 23%. We'll talk about what a soft landing is. I'll get y'all into that a little more. But let's go, man. I like it. All right, but here's what the people are looking for. Here's what optimists are looking for. Here's what they're looking at in order for us to get a soft landing. We'll talk about that, right? One, they need to see strong jobs. They need to see strong jobs, right? And right now, we not having strong jobs. Next, they need to see peak inflation. They need to see inflation top out and then start falling. They need to see interest rates get lower. So in order for interest rates to get lower, the Fed fund rate has to get lower. What does that mean? That means the fund rate is the money that banks use to lend money to one another. We got to get that down. I think we got to get that down. It's at 4.2% right now to end the year, which is what they need to see. But I truly believe these last two are most important. The supply chain got to increase because we're seeing companies now go to India. We're seeing companies resort to India. Why? Because we got to get out of China. Now, I will say this. I'm going to go back to it. Orange Face told us this 2 years ago. I'm just keeping it real. Listen, sometimes, man, I hate to have black people say that I'm voting for Trump, bro, because y'all know how y'all get. Sometimes we got to just pay attention to the message and not always worry about who said it. Sometimes we got to just listen to the message. But because who's saying it, we be like, he's stupid, shut up. I'm being real. Sometimes we be like, man, shut up. Because you don't want to hear what he's saying. But here's what he said. He said, there is no way America. So America, think about this. When we grew up, how long did we hear America is a superpower? We heard that growing up. America is a superpower. America is a superpower. America is a superpower. Here's what Orange Face said. Y'all know why I call him Orange Face. The dude's face is orange, bro. The dude got a bad toupee with an orange face. I don't care what you say. That dude is orange, man. I don't care what you say. The dude's face is orange, man. I don't care. Here's what Orange Face told us a while back. He said, you must start producing steel in America. You got to stop getting it from China. I remember when I did iron work. My cousin George right here, he worked on cranes. I've had crane operators say, I'm not picking that iron up because it's made from China. I've had crane operators in building them plants say, go get you another operator. I'm not putting that Chinese iron up here. It's not safe. The reason why is because they under different restrictions. So China will take shortcuts. Right? You know, watch this. It's what you see on Instagram versus what you get. Right? But I'd be like, ooh, ooh. Right? Here's what Orange Face said. And I remember this, being an iron worker. We would look at the person we working with, bro, who your tools made by? If your tools was made in China, bro, you can't work with me. Because they break. They take shortcuts. So Orange Face said this. He said, we got to start producing steel in America. And he said this, if we don't start building chip plants and getting our technology from he called Apple out. If we don't start getting them done in America, we're going to regret it in the future. I said, damn, he got a point. Less than 2 years later, boom, look at where we at. I said, ooh, that little orange man was right. So he said that. And that's real. You cannot be a superpower if you outsourcing everything. Because now what happens is, when y'all get in beef, okay, let's take it to the streets right quick. Jose the plug, I don't got no other resources. He the only one I'm going to. If Jose get mad at me, I got to, come on, bro, man, you know what? Prime example, if we watched, what's the show with Unique? Not Power, but Kanan, right? So Unique went to the dude who played Barksdale little brother in The Wire. I don't remember his name, right? But he went to him. He was the plug, always in the bingo shop, right? He went to him. He said, bro, pop me up. Like, give me some work. He said, bro, you hot. I'm not dealing with you. He don't got nowhere else to go get work from. He don't got nowhere else to go to. He flipping stuff in the bingo hall. Now the people can't even play bingo because you flipping tables in the bingo. You acting like Jesus when Jesus went to the temple when he flipped the thing. What y'all doing selling stuff in my dad's house? Y'all, Connie laughing. Connie, I got stories for days. You feel me? Feel me? So he mad. He in the bingo hall flipping tables now. Give me no work. That's what happens. Right? And then all they can do this. Tariffs, which is the equivalent of Jose saying, all right, bet, check this out. Since I know I'm the only person you getting work for, price just went up. Now you can charge me whatever you want. Now I got to pay draft to Jose. He upped the price on me. He upped the price.
Yeah, tell me that wasn't no bar, girl. That wasn't no bar. Nigga, listen.
You feel me? You feel me? He upped the price on me. So that's what happens, yo. So now everybody rushing to go to India. So that's the one thing. Watch this. Cost of living annually increase. These are the things that are important for us to happen. If these things don't happen, that's how we get that. All right, let's roll, Tootie. I feel it, man. We feeling good here. All right, so think about this. Even though the market is down, I like to pay attention to analytics, and I want to bring y'all, I'm gonna make y'all a little analytical with me. Right? I'm gonna make y'all a little analytical with me. All right. From October, the October low, which is around 34.65, 34.67, up until now, the S&P is actually up 13%. Remember, lower lows, right? So October we were at 34, today we're around 39, right? So we're about 13%, somewhere up in there. So it's actually higher than it was in October. So, this is good. Once we get under, I personally believe we'll go under that 34.65, which means we'll now set a new low. I don't know when, but I think first quarter next year we'll see that. But check this out. Even though the S&P is up 13% from October to now, earnings, y'all know it's earnings season, earnings are down 0.4%. So that means companies are earning less. Now, watch this. You may see companies are beating earnings, but they're only beating earnings because they're adjusting the guidance. Okay, so what does that mean, Trap? Normally I'll make $5, but I see stuff ain't right, so I'm gonna say, hey, we're not gonna make $5, we're gonna make $3.50, and then we hit the $3.50. Well, the $3.50 is a hit, but we $1.50 less than what we were supposed to make. But because I adjusted it, now it looks like a hit, but it's less than, God damn it.
No broke, baby. Ain't got no money? Bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell them.
Jose, you should never gave me that one.
Even Ray Charles can see you.
I never get off. I hit 2 at a time. Chill. I was going off right quick. You feel me? Now, watch this. This is something we can pay attention to. Watch. This is close, y'all. Pay attention to this one. So, the S&P PE ratio is normally between, watch this, 14 and 17. Anything above 17, you understand that the market is expensive. The overall market is expensive. We're now at 17.5 and rising. So that tells us right now that the S&P is still expensive. Anything under 17, we can find. Now, don't get me wrong. There's companies in here that is cheap. Right? There's companies that's 50% down, 60% down. But check it. That means they were way overbought. That means they were super expensive we was on a 13-year run. So they were super expensive. Right? They were super expensive. Man, this is good. This is good teaching right here. This is good teaching. I need y'all to send this out. I need y'all to, hey, this is the one I need you to send out. So check it out. The S&P is normally between 14 and 17, the PE ratio, which means this. You're paying $17 for $1 of the market profit. Right? That's around average. Now, tech stocks are, growth stocks are typically higher. But watch this. Right now, the S&P is at 17.5 and rising, which tells us the market is expensive. If you're an investor, man, watch this. We about to print some money right quick. If you're an investor and you want to know if the market is cheap or expensive, go look at the S&P 500 PE ratio. If it's above 17, that tells you that the market is still expensive. So what do you do now? You go look at a company. If the company ratio is 25 PE, that means the company is trading 25 times what the company is earning. God. All right. So let's go a little deep because I know somebody like Trap. I need you to like run it back for me and make it a little bit easy. Okay, cool. So check it out. If you're investing in a company if you're like Trap, the numbers just don't make sense to me sometimes. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to say, all right, I'm going to go look at the company PE ratio, price to earnings. That's what that means. Price compared to earnings. That's what PE ratio means. The price of the company, which is the stock price, compared to the earnings, what the company earns overall. Right? Everybody get that. We trapping right now. I say we trapping. This is the lesson. This is a lesson within the lesson. I tell y'all, nobody can't teach this better than me, man. I don't care. I don't care. Nobody. Get him. Put him right here. Put him right here, right? Right? Put him right here. Put the chip on my shoulder. Damn and knock it off. I dare you. Put it on right here. I dare you to knock it off. Right? Check it out. And I'm not just going to talk over your head. I'm not going to talk over your head to make me sound smart. I would rather sound dumb and you get it, and I'm not calling you dumb, but I would rather somebody come say, duh, we all know that. That means I'm really teaching, because that means I can teach it to a 5-year-old. That's what that means. So check it out. Now, price to earnings simply means the price of the stock compared to the earnings that the company is bringing in overall. Watch this. So if you look at a company and the PE ratio is 25, that means you are paying 25 times, watch this, for the stock than what the company is earning. You're paying a 25 times multiple. So when you hear the word multiple, that's what that means. So when you see a company have a PE ratio of 25, 35, 45, and the people on the TV say you're paying a multiple of 43, they're telling you that the company is trading at 43 times more than what the company is earning. God damn it.
Yeah, tell me that wasn't no board, bro. That wasn't no board. Nigga, listen.
Hey, that's what that means. That's what that means. So even if you're not like Trap, I don't understand the balance sheet income statement. Now, there's an exception. Watch this. Some companies were so expensive during that 12-year bull market run. Some companies were so expensive during that 12-year bull market run, they were trading at 60, 70, 80, even 100 times multiple. Netflix was trading at an 80 to 80% multiple. So you were paying $80 for $1 of the company profit. Imagine this. Imagine paying $80 for a company's profit or paying $17 for a company's profit. But watch this, y'all. So we're going to dig a little deeper here. Dude, this is a lesson. Somebody on the internet is charging you $9.97 for this. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Somebody on the internet charges you $9.97 for this. Watch this, watch this, watch this. When you are investing into a growth company, right? So when a company has a lot of growth, you will pay more for growth than value. So if a company is a growth company, you will pay more for growth than value. Okay? Make it make sense to me, Trap. All right. So during that run-up of Tesla, during that run-up, Amazon, during that run-up, Microsoft, during that run-up, Zoom, what happens is the market comes in and says, this company has a huge upside. So I'm willing to pay double or triple for the growth in this company, then I wouldn't pay that for a McDonald's. Okay, boom. Let's go a little further. Yo, this is some teaching. This is some teaching. Watch this. Watch this. Remember what I told y'all on week 12. See, if you new here, you don't know about these leftovers. You don't know. Watch this. The market is a forward-looking mechanism. The market is a forward-looking mechanism. The market always looks deep into the future. In worst case scenario, the market is always looking forward. And so because the market is always banking on the future, watch this. They always bake in a future price. Even when you do a cash flow analysis on a company, you're always saying to yourself, what can they make me in the future? All right, let's go. I ain't gonna pound. I pound on that long enough. I pound on that one long enough. All right, let's go, man. Woo, that was good. All right, so here's the sectors that are up, man. Materials up, industrials up, technology up, consumer staple. We talking from the October 12th bottom. So here's what I want you to go do. I want you to go look at what the market was on October 12th. But you will look at the S&P, where was it at on October 12th? Write that number down. Where was the S&P 500? What was the basis points it was at October 12th? That's why I gave you that number. That was the October lows. Go look at that number. Write that number out. That is your support level. That's your support level. Go look at that. October 12th. What was the number of the S&P 500? If you get under that, then you know we've set lower lows. Oh, golly. Let's go, Tootie. Let's go, Tootie. All right, man. So here's what we're going to talk about right now, man. We're going to talk about this is what the market sees moving forward. So right now they have Amazon as a buy. They're saying a price target is Amazon can get to 135. They have Microsoft as a buy right now, saying Microsoft can get to 270. They're saying Google is a buy, it can get to 125. And they have Facebook as a buy, saying they get to 155. Y'all see the triple beam. Stop playing. Now, analysts have the ratings on these companies saying this is where they can get to. We okay with that. Now, we're going to just look at it. Don't mean we got to buy it. Remember, we got to have our own investing philosophy, man. Let's go, y'all. All right, man, we're going to speed up a little bit. All right, yo, let's go, Tootie. All right, so next thing I want to talk about is companies with the most free cash flow. Why is this important, Trap? Because no matter how much earnings a company have, the free cash flow is what tells us the money that the business is making for operations. So let's look at it. Apple has a high free cash flow at $92 billion. Google has a high cash flow, $65 billion. Microsoft has a free cash flow high, $60 billion. I'm going to keep it real with you. When I'm looking at a company, the number one thing I want to look at is how much free cash flow is in the business. And the reason why is because a company that has great free cash flow is a company that can stick around. So let me give you a quick lesson. There's a difference between free cash flow and earnings. Earnings is, this is a lesson. It's damn, bruh. Somebody on the internet is charging you $9.97 for this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. Connie gonna tell me at the end of this trap that, goddamn, that need to be a course. I know she gonna tell me that. That need to be a course, Trap. That's why I love Trappin' Tuesdays, man. Nobody not gonna give you better game than me. So check this out. Let's say you got a job, right? Let's say you got a job. And your job is your main source of income. After you pay your bills off, the money you have left over is the free cash flow. Right? We're going to say, all right, so watch this. I want everybody in the chat to write this. In the chat, write free cash flow. All right? Now watch this. Watch this. Let's say on the side, you cut grass. Let's say on the side, you wash cars. And let's say on the side, you do garage sales. So those are your 3 side hustles. What happens is, now that represents your total earnings. Right? That represents your total earnings. So everything left over from the job is the free cash flow. Everything left over from the side hustles that you put with that equals your earnings. Here's the thing. Your side hustles may not be consistent. They may be on and off. That's how a company operates. So the free cash flow is what the company makes from its core product operations. Free cash flow. If the company stopped all its side hustles, if it stopped all its investing, this is what it makes from the business operation. This is the most important thing to look for in a business. Free cash flow. Is it growing? Is it increasing? Earnings represent everything a company makes. Why can earnings be misleading? Because operational cash flow could be down, but I made some good investments that'll bring my earnings up. I want you to catch that. This is more important than earnings, because if a company has consistently growing its free cash flow, that's what you want to look for. A company beating earnings, that can be from a whole bunch of stuff. That can be from investments, a 2-year investment that finally picked up on me. That can be from a whole bunch of things. When you're looking at a company's free cash flow, that means what it has left from operations. That is super important. Let's go, man. I ain't gonna stay on that too long because somebody charged you $9.97 for that. So when you see that, so when you go buy somebody else's course, and in that course they have a breakdown of free cash flow, you tell them, hey, I need a discount. I'm not gonna tell you not to buy the course. I'm gonna just say, you guys say, hey, I need a discount because I learned it on Trappin' Tuesdays. I need you to say, I need a code. How much is code Big Trap because I learned
Dog. Let me out.
This is the abandoned cart button. That's the abandoned cart button. No, let me out. Hey, I see on module 16, bro, you got free cash flow breakdown. I learned that on Trappin' Tuesday for free. I want a discount. That's what you got to say. All right, let's go, man. All right, so, man, right quick, we're going to talk about something, man. Man, let's go, man. So we traveling in the chat, man. You hear me? So we're going to talk about an ETF breakdown, man, SCHD, because I realized that right now, more investors are gravitating to dividend-paying ETFs. So one of the ETFs I looked at was the SCHD for Schwab Equity ETF. Come join Trappin' Tuesday because each and every Thursday we have a ETF breakdown. But watch this. 10-year history of paying dividends, quality companies with sustainable dividends. Next slide. Watch this. I want to show you this. Here's the 5 companies inside of the ETF. Now, here's what I want to talk about right here. I'm going to zoom in on this one. Just because a company pays dividends don't mean it can afford to give you a dividend. Just because a company pays dividends doesn't mean it can afford to give you a dividend. If the company has high debt, if the company has small free cash flow, a negative free cash flow, if a company has negative working capital, then that company should not be paying you a dividend. Why? Because that dividend is actually hurting the company. So what that company needs to do is stop paying you a dividend so it can get its balance sheet in place. You want to only invest in companies that can afford to pay you a dividend. What I like about this ETF is it has companies like Merck, Amgen, IBM, Cisco, and Pfizer. These companies can afford to pay you a dividend. Lesson over. Next slide. Ooh, that was cooking with Crisco right there. All right, so here's something I learned, man. This has really shocked me, man. In 2021, November, Facebook was worth $940 billion. ExxonMobil was worth $261 billion. 1 year later, it should be November 22, that's my fault. ExxonMobil is worth $461 billion, and Facebook is worth $297 billion. Sheesh. The stock price. That's only because stock price has fallen. Watch this. Here's a lesson. As a company's stock price increases, so does its market cap. As a company's stock price decreases, so does its market cap, right? How does a company's stock price increase? When investors see value in the business and they buy, stock price goes up, market cap goes up. As the company's stock price decreases, people sell. Company stock price goes down, market cap goes down. Bingo. Next slide. Golly, boy. Hey, I think in my heart of hearts, I can go to like Connie. I'm going to go apply for a financial literacy teaching job at like Columbia or something. Matter of fact, I'm going to do better. I'm going to teach at an HBCU. I need to go teach this at an HBCU. I need to restore the confidence that Dion took from the people. I like Prime. Prime, my guy, man. People upset about what Prime did, man. They upset about that, man. Listen, man. Man, life is about evolving, man. I ain't mad at him for doing it. I think, people got hurt along the way, but listen, man. Evolution, man. Elevating, man. You got to elevate, man. You got to elevate, And I think he is setting I think he opened the doors for his kids, man. I think he's also putting himself in position to be an NFL coach one day. You know what I'm saying? I think he ain't doing nothing different than Archie Manning and everybody else be doing for their kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, could he have stayed longer? Yeah, he could have, but we don't understand it. Them little badass children was stealing from the man and everything, man. They stealing out the man thing and all that. So, I don't know, man. I think we have other things to be mad about than that. I don't think we should just be stuck on that. I think we see a man with an opportunity. Let's give congrats to a black man who's now a head coach of a power top school. Let's congratulate that. Like, I'm not mad at that. I think we got too much other stuff to really be mad about and upset about, like Herschel Walker running for Senate and he on a podium talking about werewolves and vampires. I think that's more a slap in the face. I think we should be mad at Joe Biden talking about you not black if you don't vote for me. I think we should be more mad at Joe Biden putting crack pipes back in the hood. I think we got so much more stuff to be mad at than Dion going to Colorado. I think we got other stuff to be mad at. I think there's a highlight in that situation than something for us to be mad at. We got a whole bunch of other stuff to be mad at. I think we should be mad at the agenda that they're trying to push on our people you know what I'm saying? I think we got a whole bunch of other stuff I think we should be mad at murder music being produced and pushed down I think we should be mad at mass incarceration. I think we should be mad at the fact that Brittany Griner is over there in Russia and she can't come back home. We got a whole bunch of other stuff to be mad at than a black man going to teach at a school. That's something he love to do. We got a whole bunch of other stuff to be mad at. We got to be mad at the fact that they're not teaching financial literacy in our schools. We got to be mad at the fact that we don't have education and low income things in America. We got to be mad at the fact that government assistance keeps black men out of black homes. We got to be mad at the fact that they tell a woman, if you get on welfare, you can't have a man in the house. I think we should be mad at the fact that child support is rippling through our neighborhoods. I think we should be mad at the schools in our neighborhoods aren't good enough to be. I think we should be mad at the fact that black men in America, black women in America are still being treated like second-class citizens. I think there's a whole lot of stuff for us to be a lot more mad about than Dion going to Colorado. I just think we got a whole bunch of other stuff to be mad about. I think we should be mad about the agenda that they're pushing on our kids on this TV. Here's an amazing fact, what I just realized. I just told my daughter, watch this, y'all. I just told my daughter, me and my daughter's mom, we came to a conclusion. We said, listen, she can no longer watch YouTube. And in 2 weeks, we saw improvement in her behavior in school. 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks. I'm going to keep it real. A week. We saw an increase in her behavior and her learning. You can't watch that no more. You can't watch YouTube no more. No more YouTube. You only get 30. This is what we do when she come home. When she come home, boom. I personally, as a parent, and her mama as a parent, we make sure she do reading, writing, boom, boom, boom for the first hour. Then now we doing is, after that hour, she can watch something. One of the things she watches, Gabby's Dollhouse. 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you got to read. She got to go read something for 30 to 45 minutes. And then you can get another 30 minutes of something like Gabby's Dollhouse or Jurassic Park. And then you got to go read again. So we breaking it down. We immediately saw a return on that. So I think we should be more mad about the other stuff than Dion going to teach at schools. I think we should be mad at the fact that we aren't literate, financially literate enough to understand that we should be taking advantage of a recession. This is when America gets the riches. I think we should be mad at the fact that we didn't know that and understand that. I think we should be mad at the fact that a lot of us don't know how to trade, don't know how to invest, don't know about entrepreneurship. I think we should be mad at the stuff that they're pushing down our face on social media. I think there's a lot more things that we could be mad about than a black man going to teach at a school to help him and his family. I'm going to get off that, but I think we should be mad at a lot of other stuff than being mad at that. All right, it's your boy, Jose, I'm good. I ain't crossed the line. I'm okay. I got to check with Jose because he be like, Trap, yeah, I'm talking about him and Apple, they got a thing. He fighting with Tim Cook over there. You know what I mean? All right, so watch this, man. This was crazy. This was crazy. Today, the Air Force unveils the B-21 bomber. This thing is a real spaceship. It's going to cost somewhere between $200 billion to create 100 of these. Watch this, though. There's 6 of them in rotation right now. Their goal is to create 100 of them. Now, I'm a firm believer in this, and I'm going to just keep it real with you. I believe that defense is, I'm not mad at America for spending money on defense. Because here's why. None of us knows how it feels. Don't get me wrong, rest in peace to everybody for 9/11. That scared the shit out of everybody in America. But I can promise you, first of all, let me say this. Salute to all the troops. Salute to everybody that fight every day, that risk their life every day so we can be in the comfort of our homes. Right? So I'm going to be real with you. I'm not mad at them spending money on this type of stuff. You know why? Because we reap the benefits of it. I can almost guarantee you none of us would like the fact if we had to be in a position Ukraine was in. None of us would enjoy the fact of being in a position like a country like Palestine or a third world country where you a civilian and you got to just fight and you hearing bombs all day. I don't think none of us would enjoy that. So, I never have nothing bad to say about the military. I never have nothing bad to say about them spending money on defense. You know why? Because those men and those women should be applauded. I don't care what they spend. I think it's a lot of other stuff they shouldn't be spending money on, but defense ain't one of them. Just like I feel like as a person who owns a home or rents a home, you should spend money on protecting your family and your home. I feel like the military is protecting us. I'm not mad. Spend that money on protecting us because I don't know, bad enough I grew up in the hood, but I don't know what it's like to have rocket launchers flying across my face every day. I don't think that's something that I would be comfortable with, right? I don't think that's something that I want to get used to. So go create 10,000 of these things if you got to. They look real cool. I'm probably mad that I don't know how to drive one, and because I'm convicted with a firearm, I probably can't drive one. But I think that is some cool shit. I watched the Red Tail. You ever saw Red Tails? I swear to God, I was like, dog, that is crazy. Bro. I was watching Red Tails the other day, bro. So this is what I do in my pastime. I read books, I watch documentaries, and I watch stuff like that. So two of my favorite movies, I'm not going to say Red Tails, but one of my favorite movies of all time is The Debaters Club, The Great Debaters Club. Something with Denzel. I think that man should have got a damn Academy Award for that movie, dog. That's one of my favorite movies. But I was watching Red Tails, but you just never know. My cousin George, shout out to my cousin George. I remember being little when he was in Desert Storm. I remember going to watch him do that, and I was like, dude, that's some cool crap. I think there's a camaraderie. One of my favorite movies is Dead Presidents. And I just enjoy, I salute them. So if you're in the army, you're in the military, man, listen, spend the money. I do the thing, spend that shit. Spend that shit. We need to spend money on that. All right, next, Jose. Let's go, man. I just been on a little journey. Now this one here, this one got G excited. He went back to when I told him, when he saw this slide, I saw him transform. He got some Nikes on right now, but I saw him putting like military boots on when he saw this. I saw him getting his pistol. I saw him putting the black stuff under his eyes. I saw him doing something like right? So check this out. Nah, this Black Hawk is serious. This Black Hawk, this the ones they jump out of. And the one they jump out of, they slide down. This the one. So this one is like invisible too, right? Or something like that. But it can, like all y'all jump in it together and jump out of it. I'm about to jump out. That's what y'all do on this, right? I know that I ain't tripping. They jump out the damn thing. So check this out. This is big. So when you think about companies like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, so they lost the contract to a company, the ticker symbol is TNT. The company stock surged about 8% today. This Black Hawk is amazing, yo. Boeing and Lockheed Martin, a company that I own, are going, watch this. They are going to, what do you call it when you like, when something don't go your way? Appeal. They are going to appeal the fact that they didn't win this contract. Now, mind you, Boeing and Lockheed Martin are two of the major distributors in the defensive aerospace industry. So for a big dog not to win this contract some type of way, make me feel some type of way. No, they feel some type of way about getting this. So I told this to G. I didn't think it was such a big deal until he started getting excited. I'm like, bro, why are you so excited? He like, bro, I'm telling you, this is it. I was like, bro, what is wrong with you? Why do you look like that? He was like, I'm telling you, bro, that's my shit right there. I'm like, hold up, cuz, we not in the ball. He having flashbacks and shit. Chill, bro. We not jumping out nothing. We not in a foxhole. I don't got no canteen. I don't got nothing, bro. This is me. Wall Street look like us? Nah, fam, we in the studio. We good. Yeah, he was in this bitch tripping, you heard me? Let's go, man. Let's go. Now, check this out. Boeing today, and I'm telling you about this because this is dope, man. I'm talking about this, and as I think about this, yesterday, analysts increased Delta and American Airlines. They gave them a buy rating. Now, I will say this. I don't believe that we should invest in airline stocks. Every airline stock I know has a bad balance sheet except for one, and that's Alaskan Air and Southwest. Everybody else has bad balance sheets, and too much is dependent on the airline stocks. Depend on too much other stuff. But today, Boeing built the last 747 jumbo jet. Today, it's the end of an era. It's the end of an era. This was the jumbo jet. Now, I think over the recent years, they've built over a few thousand, maybe like 1,600 of these, or 1,600 of these, because they're so big. But they've only built 700 in the last couple years. Now, watch this. There's a new wide-body backlog. So now the thing is they keep evolving. But they come out with this thing called a 777 MAX. Tootie, let's show them what that look like. Right? They're building this thing called a 777 MAX. This thing is massive. This thing is massive. Now, the deliveries are delayed to 2025. Now I see why they mad they didn't get the Black Hawk Down thing. Right? So I want you to understand something. Boeing is the biggest airplane builder in the world, and its competitor is Airbus. So when you get on an airplane, it's going to either be a Boeing or an Airbus plane. And Boeing is a staple in the American economy. They actually have been going through some tough times since the 737 crash. I think that was 2018. That was that crash, G. 2018 had that crash, so they kind of been fighting since then. I will tell you this: when Boeing is doing good, the economy is doing good. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. When Boeing is doing good, the American economy is doing good. Let's go, Tootie. Yo, I told y'all today was gonna be one of them ones. I just felt it, right? Now, here we go. This is important. This is really important. The oil crisis in Europe is a thing. This is why we got to be heavy. And why? Because the sanction on Russia is a thing. Russia is an oil powerhouse. But Russia is cutting Europe off. So LNG is a thing. Next slide. Watch this. So what we're going to look at is these are the companies, the LNG players that Europe needs that can help Europe, right? These companies have large upsides. So we're looking at Chevron. Now, some of these companies I don't feel all the way good about, but Shell is heavy as a company. I think have a lot of upside. Cheniere is a company that has a lot of upside. But watch this. Show me this next one. This was heavy, right? Europe is in a gas shortage. Now, I'm about to explain this to you. It's about 30 BCM. So what that means is this. They need about 10 ships. They need about 10 ships to equal 1 BCM. They need about 10 LNG ships that equals 1 BCM. They need 300. They would need 300 ships right now to bail them out. They are in a serious shortage because Russia cutting them off. Watch this, though. I told y'all, Pooh be playing a dangerous game. But watch this, though. This means America is one of the biggest companies that's helping them. America and Canada. I think it's America, Canada, and I forgot the other country that's helping them out a lot. This is another reason why I'm heavy on the energy and the oil stocks right now, because that is going to increase as we try to help Europe out of this crisis. All right, man, let's go, man. I like it. Let's speed up a little bit. All right, so Taiwan estimates is up 10% on the last month, but Taiwan Semiconductors initiates, it triples down on its investment in America. Why? Because so Taiwan represents 70% of the chips made in the world, 70%. They're now going to build a plant in America. This is why we helping them out so much. Why we helping them out so much? The reason why we got to help them out is because this. If they represent 70%, watch this is good. If they represent 70% of the chips made in America and we let China overtake Taiwan, we in trouble. China is trying to bully them like, yo, stop playing, put me in a game. Y'all need to come back home. Taiwan is like,
Don't. Let me out.
So then they came to America. They came to America and said,
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
I don't want to hear that.
Need this money, Nate.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If you don't help me, we got a problem because you know that all of your chips are made here. I want you to think about something for a second. What would it look like if China, America's biggest nemesis, had all your data? That is a game changer. Okay, let's go back to something. Orange Face told us something a year and a half ago. Listen, I need y'all to know this, bro. Like, I just studied the game, and I just pay attention to what people be saying. Orange Face told us 2 years ago, he said, hey, we got to ban TikTok. He said, it might be fun and games right now, but they up to something. And what did we say? Man, let them children dance. We not worried about that. Come to find out, even the children in China can't look at TikTok. They mad over there. Yo, why we can't even look at it? Because this app is used for all kind of other stuff that you don't see on the front, like programming, stealing information. Listen, your data is worth more than your money. Your data is worth more than your money. China needs your data. You know why? Because they growing. They not over there just doing nothing. Them people been growing. Them people been expanding. Listen, I'm telling y'all, we be mad at the person who said it, but we ain't paying attention. The dude said, I'm going to tell you why he knew this. Not because he was a politician. He was a businessman. The one thing Orange Face know how to do is he know how to do white folks' business. He know when white folk business is at a threat. Jose, am I right? I'm crossing the line. Man, that's my show, man. We rocking, man. He know white. See, we don't know. See, we know black business. You know what black business look like? Support my business. That's what black business look like. Support my business. White business look like, let's take over the world. So here's what I'm telling you. Orange Man said this. Orange Face said this. He said, listen, the people up to no good. We cannot allow them to penetrate. If we do, it is one of the biggest mistakes we will ever be done made. Here we are 2 years later, now fighting if we should ban them or not. After we've discovered that they don't even let their own youth watch TikTok. Their own youth can't have social media. They can't play games. It's one of my sayings that I always say. I tell my daughter this all the time. Cows don't drink cow milk. Why should we? When she cough, I say that's the cow milk. I tell her all the time. I be like, grown cows don't drink cow milk. Why you want to drink that stuff? It ain't no good. It ain't no good. So now when she calls, she be like, Dad, I got to start drinking the cow milk. Yes, you do. It ain't no good. It ain't no good for you. All right, so Taiwan Semiconductors to triple their initial investment in the U.S. to $40 billion. And so because that's how politics go, because we help them, hey, yo, you got to come build some of that over here. Y'all good at what you do? Let's do it, man. All right, Tootie, let's go, man. Let's go, man. All right, so here's the biggest ones in Taiwan in the SMH. TSM equals 14%. NVIDIA equals 10%. ASML equals 5%, Qualcomm equals 5%, AMD equals 5%. Here's what I want you to understand. The reason why SMH is down so much is because TSM and NVIDIA has been down. They carry that ETF. And so when all 5 of these are down, you know that ETF 100% will be down. These stocks have actually been up since October, so you see stock going up a little bit more. Let's go, Tootie. Let's go, man. Hey, we rocking tonight, man. All right, so check this out. This segment is called Learning the Lingo. This one I try to teach y'all something. Yo, we went on a havoc just now, Jose. We were on havoc, but now we coming to the end. All right, so this is called Learning the Lingo. Learning the Lingo is when I teach you a word that can help you understand the game a little bit more. The reason why you don't understand is because you don't know the words that they use. If you learn the words that they use, then now it all makes sense to you. So this word is soft landing. A soft landing in economics is a cyclical slowdown in economy growth that avoids a recession. So basically what that is, when you keep hearing them say, we want a soft landing, we want a soft landing, we want a soft landing, essentially what that's saying is the Fed will increase rates enough to keep us from going into a deep recession. Right? Because we're already in one. But they got to keep increasing rates enough to slow down unemployment so people can start hiring again so that we don't fall into a deep recession. That's soft landing. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, this next segment, right, is brought to you by none other than Trappers Anonymous, man. Trappers Anonymous is an amazing community that is designed and dedicated to help you learn how to make better financial decisions. Jose, let's drop that Trappers Anonymous link in the chat. You want to come join Trappers Anonymous, man? I will tell you one thing, man. Welcome home, man. We love you. We appreciate you. I promise you, your investing IQ going to increase. We put a stock in that a day in a group for Ticker Symbol Tuesday. All right, and it definitely helps. So I put a stock in there on Monday. I put a mode in there, a stock in there Monday, a stock in there Tuesday. We research a company on Wednesday. Thursday, we do a TETF. Friday, we do Drip Friday. We look at dividend stocks. Saturday, we do Say Something Saturdays. And then Sunday, we do our famous 2-hour class called Live from the Kitchen. I want you to understand something, man. If you truly want to get better at investing, you truly want to learn the lingo, you truly want to be in an environment that is conducive to your financial literacy growth and to your legacy growth, come join Trappers Anonymous. It's $47 a week. You can cancel whenever. $47 a month, I'm sorry. Not a week, y'all. That is not the pinky finger right there. You heard me? That is a thumbs down. It is $47 a month. You cancel anytime. You get 8 weeks free when you join it for the year. Welcome home, y'all. All right, so this segment is called Certified Trapper of the Week. This is an amazing segment. Why? Because in this segment, instead of me just talking about great investors, you know, the Warren Buffetts and all that, I like to shine a light on African-American men and women who've done amazing things for our culture and the advancement of us as a people. So every week I want to shine a light on us, man. So this week, let me see something. I got some paperwork, y'all. All right, so this week, this is good. This is good. We'll talk about none other than this handsome fella with the side part, right, with the thick mustache, right? This family by the name of Daniel Murray, right? He was an author. He was a politician and historian. He also worked as an assistant librarian at the Library of Congress. So why did I bring him up this week? Here's why. He spent 51 years working at the Library of Congress, y'all. He believed that the truest test of progress of a people is to look at the people's literature. He felt that if you can read about a people, it would tell you everything you need to know. And he studied and gave us books and books on black culture. He was the first American member of the Washington Board of Trade. He was the first African American on the Washington Board of Trade, which means he made it possible to make sure that African-American authors' literature was pushed to the front. He's the reason why books like W.E. Du Bois, books from Frederick Douglass, everybody should read about Frederick Douglass too. W.B. Du Bois, Frederick Douglass, he is the reason why their books and their literature got pushed to the front. He also became a politician. Let's shout out to this brother, Daniel Murray. Salute you, King. We appreciate you, King. And one of the reasons right now why we truly aren't where we need to be is because we don't want to read enough about us. when read enough about us, man, it could take us to another level, man. So definitely, man, let's shout out to that dude. Let's shout out to that king, man. Let's go, Tootie. All right, man. Tootie, right quick, man. Give me 10 seconds right quick, Tootie. Give me 10 seconds right quick, Tootie. I just feel it. I'm feeling it in me. I'm feeling like saying, like, we shall overcome right now. I'm feeling it in my spirit, Tootie. Just give it to me. Right quick. I don't care how many times you're here. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, that thing be hitting. That God, it's that. I feel like Lil Wayne a lighter flick on that. I feel like some cold-blooded Lil Wayne lighter flick. I feel like somebody go crazy on that. All right, man, so let's go, man. This week is breaking down a brick. Y'all already know we like to take one company and break that company all the way down so that everybody can understand it. The goal here is to help you expose you to new and different companies every week. Let's go, man. This company this week's is Conagra brand. So this is the brand that bought you none other than Slim Jim, Duncan Hines, Gardein, Marie Callender's, Earth Banners. I actually use Earth Banners. That's some good plant-based butter. Plant-based butter. That sounds good. All right, Vlaskig's, Healthy Choice, Arbor Red and Baca. Yo, that was the classic popcorn for a long time, right? Hunt's, Healthy Choice, Ready Whip. Get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out the gutter. Ready Whip, the whipped cream. Get your mind out the gutter. All right, Bird's Eye, Pam, you know the spray, Pam and Dukes, right? Next slide, Tootie. So here's the thing about this brand, man. This brand has been around for a long time. It gives us frozen snacks. It gives us frozen meals. It gives us snacks and treats. It gives us condiments. It gives us enhancers, shelf-stable meals, and more. And the one thing when I got introduced to them was the Marie Callender, but also the sunflower seeds, y'all. The sunflower seeds. God damn, them sunflower seeds be good. You dig? They are the Sunflower King Bandit, man. So definitely check them out, man. It's a company that owns a lot of the brands that we know and love. My goal is just to highlight some companies that we ain't know about. You feel me? Let's go, Tootie. All right. So this week's wealth track is none other than Hov, man. So Hov says something that I love and something that I appreciate. You know, for me, the wealth track is because I am definitely on the front line as a person who does not believe in murder music. Again, we always bought up on it, we listen to it, but then when you get older, you start just realizing that, yo, that is nothing but harmful, toxic information to our culture. It exploits black women, it dehumanizes black men, and it makes us seem that the only thing that we are good for is murdering each other and talking about sexually, you know, doing sexual stuff and then materialistic things, man. And we are so much more better as a culture and as a people. We can be great investors. We can be great businessmen and women. I think Hov is a personification of that. He has acquiesced into, woo, woo!
Yeah, that tell me that wasn't no board, bro. That wasn't no board. Nigga, listen.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. He has acquiesced into becoming one of the most prolific businessmen of our time. And what I mean by that is we've watched him navigate from dope boy Hov to billionaire Hov. Whether we like all the moves he make or not, that is not up for us to debate about. What happens is we saw him go through the processes. And here's what I want us to understand, right? On a journey to becoming whatever you want to become, some people can't come with you. On a journey to becoming where you want to go at, everybody not made to stay on the bus that long. You will lose some friends. You will lose some people you love because everyone won't agree with the decisions that you make. It's okay. It happens. I'm learning it myself. It's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. And I always tell myself this, man. People didn't love no matter everything that Jesus done for the people, people still disagree with him. They still said, hang it. Everything that Martin Luther King did for the people, you had some people that said, I don't like it. Everything that Malcolm X did for the people, you still had some people say, I don't like it. Madam C.J. Walker showed us how to get our head together. You know what some people said? I don't like her. So what I realized on the journey is, as long as your intentions are good, as long as you move with integrity, you can sleep well at night. You're going to lose some people on the journey, but that's part of the journey. The goal is not to be bitter. The goal is to lead with empathy. One of the things I tell my daughter all the time is your first line of defense is respect. Do it with respect. Do it with class. You'll be all right. You can't stop people from talking about you. You just got to keep moving. And the best thing you can always do is not respond. Sometimes as black people, it be in our gut. It be like my auntie used to say this all the time. It just made me laugh. It just pulls. My Aunt Gloria used to say this all the time. I'm going to say it. I don't care. She used to say this. I don't care. Connie, cover your ears. I ain't going to say the P word, but she used to say this. It just pulls that last hair on my cat. Gee, Gloria used to say that. It just pulls that last hair on my cat. Now, I'm going to be respectful, and I'm going to say the word that she say. I'm going to be respectful. This is a family show. This is a... This is a family show. This is a family... Shout out to Aunt Chloe, man. She from that 9 and she didn't mind dying. Yeah, she said what she got to say. But she always say that. And one thing as a black people, man, you know one thing, it's hard for us not to have that last word. That shit take everything in you not to say. You be like, All right, anyway, let's talk about Hov, man. So Hov said something that was great. He said, ninjas always asking me the key. Until you on your own, you can't be me. Until you on your own, you can't be me. How we still slaves in 2016. Key to life, keep a bag coming. Every night, another bag coming. I got the keys, the keys, the keys. I got the keys, the keys, the keys. Let's break that verse down. Let's break that verse down. He says, ninjas always asking me the key. So here's what happens. As you become successful, people are always going to ask you, how did you do it? What did you do? Put me on. Hov says this, until you on your own, you can't be me. Now, some of my people might be like, he down bad for not telling me the way. What he's simply telling you is this, until you, and this is how I interpret it, until you take the ownership mindset, you won't be me. Until you take on the ownership mindset, you cannot see the game the way I see the game. You will not maneuver the way I maneuver. You will not play 3 or 4 or 5 chess moves ahead. Because everything that you do is attached to how much money you can make right now. I'm going to keep it real with you right now. I got into this, building this network out, invested my money into it because I said, I want to create a platform where I have ownership in it. My goal is to create my own platform, not just be on YouTube, not just be on Instagram. It's to take this, create my own platform and use Instagram and YouTube as a way to funnel people to where I need them to be so I ain't got to worry about Jose telling me we got to worry about Apple saying this. I want to say, Jose, I don't care what they say. We got our own, bro. We got our own, bro. We are our own media company. All right, so but that may take me 10 years to do. That may take me 5 years to do. But watch this. Until you own your own, you can't be me. Right now, watch this. I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. right now, if Facebook and Instagram and YouTube cut me off, I gotta use emails. I gotta use text messages to talk to my people. Mark Zuckerberg was one of the biggest companies in America, but guess what? He ain't have his own platform. And so once Apple started saying, oh, you want to play that game? Bet. I'm about to start making people say you don't want to track them no more. We saw it. We saw how much he lost $100 billion. Because you ain't got your own platform. Until you own your own, you can't be me. If you allow them to feed you, give them permission to starve you. All right, let's dig a little further. So as I want you to start taking on the ownership mindset. What can I own? What can I have be that's mine? Where I can use the systems at hand, but to funnel people to mine. Trap, why do I want to have 10, 15, 20,000 people coming to Trappin Tuesdays each and every day? So when I say, yo, we've launched the Wallstreet Looks Like Us Now media company and network, you know what you're doing? I'm going straight to that channel, and I just give you snippets on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. But the whole movie, the whole series, the whole production, Tootie and all the soundtracks to all our stuff is on my own thing. And believe it or not, it's not hard. When we build out in anything and we think long-term, when we think ownership, here's the thing, y'all. Freedom is an acquired taste. Everybody not going to do what it takes to become free. You know why? Because it ain't never given to you. It's earned. And you got to fight for it. I ain't never seen a slave master let a slave go. Not for free. I ain't never saw it. They always had a clause. They always had fine print somewhere. I'm going to let you go, but where you going to work at? Yep, I ain't getting you 40 acres of land. Where you going to work at? You ain't got nowhere to go. Guess what you got to do? Come back, move right back into them houses and come work my land. I never seen a slave master let a slave go. Then he says this. How we still slaves in 2016. I'm going to say how we still slaves in 2022 because we haven't taken on the mindset. We haven't maximized the information. Watch this. And because we are still anchored to whoever's programming us. We have so much financial trauma that we will truly fight the information that sets us free. Watch this. You can get on Instagram right now and say, use credit to leverage other people's money. Somebody gonna come on there and say, that's dead ass wrong. Don't use that. That don't work. You can say right now on Instagram, money has no value. And you can say, listen, how can a dollar be truly worth something if America is $30 trillion in the hole? Before the dollar can truly have value, we got to come out of the $30 trillion in debt. Somebody going to argue with you about that. The value is not in the money, it's in the asset. Somebody going to argue with you about that. You can tell somebody right now that as long as you got your money in the bank is using your money to get them wealthier, and they'll tell you he's lying. Somebody will always find a reason to go against anything that could be positive. And the reason being is because we are anchored to the programming for so long. All right, I ain't gonna dwell on that too long. Then he says, the key to life is to keep a bag coming. Every night, another bag coming. To me, that just means one thing. And invest as much as you can, invest often, so you can have your money outwork you. Shout out to Hov, man. All right, man. So let's dig in, man. So this is it, man, right here. Appreciate y'all. This segment is called Wise Words from the OG. This is truly when I like to have a talk with y'all one-on-one. I think today was an amazing episode. Do me a favor. Each and every Thursday, Jose will drop an episode at 5 o'clock. I want y'all to do me a favor, man. We got 1,200 people in the chat. Jose, drop the link to the pod, the audio. I need everybody to do me a favor. You didn't watch episode 18. You didn't download episode 18. You didn't download the Thanksgiving episode. Do me a favor, man. We drop episodes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Go download them episodes for me, y'all. Do that for me. But right here, I like to have a talk with you, just a one-on-one talk. We always like to end on a good note. On our journey in life, on our journey to build wealth, man, there are so many people who are dependent on us. You are the pioneer. You are the trailblazer. You are the person who will change the dynamics of your family. It's not supposed to be easy. You always hear me say that freedom is an acquired taste. Freedom is expensive. But there's a residue of poverty that will always be on us. Because as you become that first generation millionaire, as you become the person that changes your family dynamic, the reality is, until you become old money, there's a residue of poverty that will always sit in your spirit. That residue comes from the way you look at money, the way you see money. There's a trauma attached to being new money. There's mistakes that you got to make. You got to get over the fact that you're trying to save everybody. You got to get over the fact that you're trying to help everybody. But that's the residue of poverty. We got to get over the fact that we associate how much money we make with how much of our time that we can sell. We must understand that in order to be wealthy, we have to have documentation and systems in play. What does that look like? That looks like if you're the person who is starting a business, document that process so that someone behind you can follow. If you're making investments, what does that look like? Document the process so someone behind you can follow you. If you made mistakes on the journey, document that process so the people behind you can avoid them. Building wealth, becoming successful, we have to have blueprints. When we don't have blueprints, when we don't have documentation, we are absolutely setting the next generation up for failure. If you truly want to make that $1 million, if you truly want to be that 8-figure person, if you truly want to be that 9-figure person, you cannot freestyle. We cannot freestyle our way to success, and success and wealth are not accidental. They're planned. It's premeditated. I'm going to say that again. Wealth and success is premeditated. You cannot freestyle your way there. Now, what will happen on a journey is this. Some things will happen unexpectedly. But I always say that acceleration causes momentum. You chop a tree down with every swing. You can't get it all at once. It's the person, he or she, who is committed to the process that gets the prize in the end. Imagine a life where the people behind you have no idea what poverty is. Imagine a family dynamic where the people behind you have no idea of what check to check is. Imagine a life where the kids and the grandkids grow up understanding wealth and opportunity. Privileged, but not entitled. Imagine a generation that comes behind you that is expecting wealth, not accepting poverty. Imagine a generation behind you that doesn't have to get out of school to help mama and daddy pay bills. Imagine for a second what that feels like. Think for a second all of the moments where you said, I wish someone taught me that. Imagine 20 years later, you're the someone that is teaching that. Imagine. Imagine a family that no longer operates as an individual entity, but operates as a corporation. Imagine a family that never has to go to a bank because they have systems and trust in place. Imagine. Instead of saying, what would the Rockefellers do? We are now saying, what would the Johnsons do? What would the Smiths do? What would the Howards do? What would the Jameses do? What would the Whites do? Imagine. Imagine a kid growing up saying, not saying, I want to be like Mike, I want to be like LeBron, nothing against those kings, but that kid saying, I want to be like my dad, I want to be like my mom, I want to be like my aunt, because they set the standard of what my life should look like. Imagine. Just imagine. Imagine being on your deathbed knowing that you were provoked for purpose. Imagine. And as you imagine that, and as you feel that, I want to say one thing to you. It's possible. We live in a world where information is the fertilizer to our wealth. Every generation of our ancestors fought for something different. Freedom, voting rights, civil rights, human rights. All were pivotal to get us where we are today. We had Martin fighting for what he believed was right. Frederick Douglass fighting for what he believed was right. Harriet Tubman fighting for what they believed is right. Every part, every fight, every battle, every lash, every whooping, all pivotal and incremental to the puzzle to getting us where we are today. Imagine being here and not using that information. Imagine how disappointing that could be. Imagine Every time we get up here, I want you to know that the goal is to let you know you are worthy, to let you know that you are abundant and to let you know you're capable. I've grown up with such a huge imagination. I remember sleeping in abandoned cars knowing that this wasn't it for me. I remember sleeping in crack houses in the back, somebody in the front smoking crack out of Pepsi can, me being in the back on the mattress knowing that this wasn't it for me. Imagine dropping out of school in the 10th grade, not because I wanted to, but because certain situations and circumstances put me there. But imagine never giving up on life. Imagine always saying, there's something better out here for me. And I know it's possible because I see other people doing it. Imagine when the possibilities become the portrait of your life. Imagine when the possibilities become reality. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. I see y'all next week, man, each and every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Do me a favor, man. Download, tell as many people as you can about the episode. Each and every Tuesday, we bringing you smoke. Each and every Tuesday, we bringing you, we getting better and better. Each and every Tuesday, we are here to influence your belief system. Make sure you download the episode every Thursday at 5 o'clock. That does so much for the channel. We're not charging you nothing. All we want is your time because we know that is your greatest asset. It's your boy, always Trapper. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all next week. Tootie, turn it up. Let the beat ride, daddy.